Hello, my friends. We're in my dressing gown again today, so another one in the dressing gown sessions. It's freezing cold here in England, and I can't be bothered to get dressed to make a video, so it's going to be informal today. But what I'm going to be talking about today is what you must, if you're running DAZ Studio and you have a 50 series graphics card, you may have noticed that your render speed suddenly became incredibly slow. And that's because the standard version of DAZ Studio 4.24 point whatever you're using doesn't support 50 series graphics cards properly. It doesn't render them properly. So what you need to do is to get hold of the latest version of the beta of the 2025 version. And this is explained in emails that they sent you, but if you've never set up a DAZ account, which you probably have if you've ever bought software, then you might not have received emails telling you about it, or you might just not have bothered to read it. So what you need to do is you need to first of all get install manager. So sorry, my mouth didn't work for a second there. What you need to do is to get the latest version of install manager. So go to DAZ.com, get started for log into your account, and then do get started for free, and this will take you to install manager. Download install manager, and then you're going to need to run that. And I'm assuming that you already set your account details up, so here's my account name, my password. Set that up, and then just do start to start the application. Now here's the bit that's really not intuitive. What you're going to need to do is you're going to go to download filters, scroll down until you get to release channel tags, and ensure that these three tags are on. I believe it's actually just public build that you need, and do accept. And then you're going to search for DAZ Studio 2025. And what you're going to find is that that's going to be at the top of the list here. In my case, I've already downloaded it, so it's ready to install. So I'm going to just install this here and install there. So the download is 1 gigabyte, it installs 2, and I hopefully have on my desktop somewhere an icon for DAZ Studio. So I'm going to launch that. There's a few things that you need to do to be able to use this. You can't see it, but off the screen is a window that says Studio 2025 Premiere Alpha. Premiere is because I'm a Premiere member, and I joined that to get models. A friend of mine actually bought it for me for Christmas, and Alpha is the version of the build. Now this has been out for almost a year, and they still haven't moved beyond Alpha, which is pretty lazy, but it does seem to be stable. If you use it for nothing, at least just use it for the rendering. I noticed this morning that they've actually released a new version of 2024, so it is conceivable that they've updated the drivers. So here's the important bit. Here's the program, and what I've done is I detached the content library here. The content library was docked here, and I detached it so that I've got it free and floating around. And what I need to do, you'll see by default, it just has its own default libraries of content, but all of your previous content has disappeared. Now it hasn't been lost, you can still link to it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to DAZ Studio Formats, and I'm going to do Add Base Directory. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the place that I put my base directory, which in this case is here. So I store my programs on a separate drive. Program files x86 DAZ 3D library, and that's the library I want. So I'm just going to do select folder, and now that's going to be added to DAZ Studio Formats. So when I go down here now, I've got all of my previous content. And I can also do the same with Poser. So I've already added my Poser 6 content library. It's remembered I've done this previously, and that's the way that you can do it without having to without having to drag stuff across and consolidate libraries. Now you can consolidate libraries in Windows Explorer. If you just drag all of these folders into a single folder, say your original DAZ folder, you'll only have one folder here, but I tend to just work from a single folder anyway. And there you go. Now you're ready to go in DAZ Studio 2025, which you can see up here, and it will render on 50 series graphics cards much quicker. And yeah, you know, hopefully they'll update this. They are taking forever to do it, but I'll let you know when they do. You take care, guys.